Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another tropical update from the Hurricane Watch team. We do apologize about the little break and the absence of videos for the past 2 days or so. But we do have a few areas of concern that we need to discuss. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So first, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Estelle. As y'all can see, there, right off the western coast of Mexico. Lots of deep thunderstorm activity happening near the center of circulation, trying to create, going to be starting to create a night probably later tonight. You can see the deep thunderstorm activity and deep convection wrapping around that center of circulation. So we're starting to see that the hurricane is really becoming much more well defined and much more well developed over the past several hours and really past day or so. If we go here, I do want to show y'all this so we get a better idea. This is what we got in terms of what we're looking at here in daytime wise. And so after strengthening during the late afternoon and evening hours of yesterday, Estelle intensity appears to have leveled off some a little bit overnight. Now the system is maintaining a central dense overcast, a CDO. Now the future and curved outer bands. The intensity estimates range from anywhere from 65 to about 77 knots. And the initial intensity is held at about 70 knots based on that data. Now, according to Tropical Tidbits, it's at 75 knots, about 85 miles per hour. If we continue to see deep thunderstorm activity happening, we may see it upgrade to about 90 miles per hour. Estelle is currently moving west-northwestward at about 8 knots on the south side of the mid-level ridge that is centered over the southwestern United States. A slightly faster motion to the west-northwest is expected during the next several days as the ridge builds westward over the eastern Pacific. The models are in good agreement, and the new forecast was only a little faster than the previous one. Now, the hurricane is in fact expected to remain in a favorable conditions for another day or so, therefore steadily, possibly rapid intensification is possible during that time period. However, an increase in northeasterly shear should cause the strengthening trend to end in about the next 36 to 48 hours, followed by a weakening when Estelle moves over the progressively cooler waters, weakening waters and into a drier air mass. Now, currently the National Hurricane Center's intensity forecast is largely an update of the previous one and remains at the high end of model guidance, closest to the SHIPS model, the SHIPS model. The main impact from Estelle is really expected to be rough surf, and the biggest threat I think is going to be the large threat of rip currents along the southwest and the western central coast of Mexico, and as well as the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula over the next day or two. Stay tuned with the Hurricane Watch team for updates. So that's what we got. It's going to be really staying off the coast of Mexico. There it is, deep thunderstorm activity. It is in fact expected to become a major hurricane as indicated by the M's from the national. Okay, this is 4 a.m. And I was like, wait, hold up, this isn't right. Let's go here, National Hurricane Center. So as you can see, still expected to strengthen during the next day or so. Again, it is at 80 miles per hour, a Category 1 hurricane. That air pressure down to 988 millibars. As you can see, it is expected to reach Category 3 intensity there. As you can see, 115 miles per hour, a Category 3 hurricane. As you can see, this was the latest update at 4 in the morning. Was it 4 a.m.? Yeah, 4 a.m. That was the latest update. So that's what we have for now. The next update will come in should be at around here within the next 30 minutes or so. And usually by that time, this video would already be up by then. But when that comes out, we will be making a post on it. We'll be making an entire post on that so we can post that to our YouTube discussion so you can see that over there. Anyway, I do want to talk a little bit. One last thing I want to say is I just wanted to thank everyone for watching this video so far. And if you have enjoyed this and if this has been useful to you, like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified when a new video or live stream comes out. Thanks again. I do want to talk a little bit now that we are in the region of the United States still. talk a little bit about. I thought I had the storm prediction center up. About the storm prediction center. There is going to be some severe weather today in portions of the central and eastern portions of the United States. As you can see here, over southern Missouri, southern Illinois, and northeast Arkansas, and extreme western Kentucky, and northwestern Tennessee. So this is what the Storm Prediction Center is currently saying. If I can zoom in, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Also, I need to pull up Epic Pen, so if I have to, I can easily just highlight anything that I need to, because that is kind of like makes it a little easier to see wherever it's at. So that's what I really want to talk about, is really what we're looking at here with this, with what we're looking at here with this severe weather. As you can see, damaging thunderstorm gusts and isolated large hail are possible today from the Ozarks to the central Appalachians. This is what I'm talking about. Oops. Obviously, that's not going to work. So that's really what I want y'all to see and notice, is that we are closely. I wish just like stayed right here in this part of the screen, but it doesn't. Anyway, so I do want to talk a little bit about what we're seeing here with our severe weather. Again, it is in generally the eastern portion of the United States. Again, this is what they're showing. I do want to talk a little bit about. I want to see the main threats. So again, the main threats are going to be isolated hail and damaging thunderstorm wind gusts here in this portion of the United States. If I do look at this, it's just really going to talk a little bit about what we're seeing here. This is the main area that I want to talk about. Scattered to locally numerous thunderstorms and bands and clusters along and ahead of the front should affect much of this corridor through this evening. Though isolated severe gusts and hail may occur within the broader area compassed by marginal probabilities, the greatest concentrations of organized convection and severe potential still appear from the Ozarks to the lower Ohio Valley, and farther northeast in the mid-level Ohio Valley and eastern Appalachian region. Damaging gusts will be the main threat. That's really what I just want to emphasize there. Is the threat of damaging hail and wind gusts are also possible of up to severe thunderstorm criteria of up to at least 60 miles per hour is what they're expecting. So now that we've talked a little bit about that, I do want to talk a bit about what we're seeing here in the West Pacific and Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal area. So I do want to talk a little bit about what we have with Invest 96A. Momentarily, it had been designated tropical depression 2, BOBO2, Bay of Bengal, number 2. I think this is technically the Indian Ocean. Maybe both of these are Bay of Bengal. I think this is like the Indian Ocean all down here. This is just the Bay of Bengal. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm not sure. Anyway, here's what the Joint Typhoon Warning Center is saying. Environmental analysis indicates favorable conditions for development defined by moderate poleward outflow aloft, up in the upper levels of the atmosphere, 30,000 feet up. Low to moderate 10 to 20 knot vertical wind shear and warm 28 to 29 degrees centigrade sea surface temperatures, and the global models are in fair agreement that 96A will be a slow develop as it makes landfall and tracks along the northwestern coast of India before remerging over water. So I do want to go to tropical tidbits really quickly and really just take a look at what we have here in the that portion of the Indian Ocean. So as you can see, it's just this cluster of thunderstorms right there. Really not very well developed at all. As y'all can see, honestly just completely falls apart. So that's what we have there. As y'all can see, 120 hours out is really as far as I want to go out. And there's really not a lot going on within the next from now to 120 hours out. So really, not really there a whole lot to really need to talk about. I do want to talk a little bit about what we could see in the West Pacific here in the future, but even see after 120 hours, a storm does expected to develop and is expected to be rather intense and very strong. But again, this is very, very far out, so this cannot really be said if it's going to happen or not. If it does develop into anything, that's going to be over 200 hours out from now. So right now, in the short term, nothing is expected to develop at all, as y'all can see. Here, 120 hours out, nothing's going to develop. So that's really going to be it for today, guys. That's all the news we have for you right now. Now, don't forget that we have our own Discord server where you can chat with the team and the community. The link is in the description. We have a Patreon page too. For only $1 a month, you can get exclusive benefits to keep the channel going. And if you don't want to, or you can't support us that way, even as little as subscribing to our channel, liking our videos, clicking on that notification bell, sharing our videos, and commenting helps out a lot. Thanks for watching, and remember, we are the Hurricane Watch Team, your source for cyclone information. Talk to you later. Peace out.